6 months. Okay, cool. It's been like 6 months since we've actually thrown down. I mean, I've never actually thrown down a training, especially an HFX training with Be Wealthy. So, extremely blessed to working alongside with her. I will say one thing, since the day I met her, I know we did a call like last week, and shout out to y'all for real. Shout out to Be Wealthy. She went 100% accuracy with like last week, and I believe she went 5-0 today. I really want to. I don't think y'all really realize nobody else is doing this shit. Excuse my language. But nobody else is doing this shit. So y'all gotta go inside of this call just first and foremost. I haven't even got to the edifying part, of this training yet. I'm definitely gonna tap in for a bit, but I just wanna, I just really want y'all to know the magnitude of this call, But I'm gonna go in for a few minutes, and I'm gonna show y'all some advice. I'm gonna give y'all some advice that really changed my perspective, and really about everything. Whenever I was, I think, my first couple of months in, maybe like 4 months in. And for those that don't know me in the call, my name is Junior Munoz. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. I joined in July of 2019. When I joined, I think I was 19 years old at the time, 21 right now. So I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I started off working construction, because I'm Mexican. I always say this, but that's all they taught me, So I worked construction basically all my life, and then I encountered this along the way, and now 2.5 years later, I've been able to really financially retire myself. I don't have to ever worry about working a job. I haven't worked a job in about 1.5 years. It's insane. I actually, I think I didn't quit. I got fired, so it wasn't on me. But I think my last job that I worked, it was in January of 20. I think it was January 2020 or January 2021. I'm not sure, but it's been a long time since I ever worked a job. I basically at the age of 20, I never had to worry about working a job ever again. But tonight, what I'm gonna go over just real quick is, and if you are taking notes, I suggest it. It's this thing. It's this topic. It's success. Success isn't hope. It's a plan. So success isn't hope. It's a plan and a goal. So it's not hope. You can't hope your way to success. You can't hope your way to P5, right? You can't hope your way to the results that Be Wealthy has in HFX right now. You can't hope your way there. A lot of people try to manifest it on a daily basis, but manifestation, without work ethic is just hallucination, right? So you have to make it a plan and a goal. And tonight I'm gonna go over the plan and the goal, right? I'm gonna go over the plan and the goal. I like to go straight into it. So right over here, I got a whiteboard, right? And I wrote down everything. So I'm the type that writes down stuff right before a training. I like to know what I'm going to talk about before I get into the training, because that's really where that's how trainings get good, So tonight, since right after me, Be Wealthy will be going over on how to master HFX. There's no better way to start off this training than to show y'all how to diversify and having a plan. But first and foremost, type a trophy emoji, or type up any type of emoji if your goal is to retire yourself this year. If your goal this year is to not ever work a job again, right? I just want to know if we're on the same page. I just want to know. Cool, right? Awesome. So like I said, you can't hope your way there, because first you got to realize that the conversation that I'm about to have with you, the conversation that Be Wealthy is about to have with you, you have to realize that you're already part of the 1% of the world. I was talking to somebody on the phone today, and I was like, you have to realize that when I'm giving you a blueprint towards retiring yourself this year, you're already part of the 1%. Because I remember working, and I started working, and I remember there's a bunch of people that are at the age of 65, 70, still working construction because they can't financially retire themselves. And I'm telling you how to do that right now, right? Whether you're at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a work ethic and as long as you have a vision, right? You're good, right? So it's all planned out, right? So look, I'm gonna show y'all. So this is kind of what I like to call the wealth circle, right? This kind of, and I'm gonna kind of like break down thing by thing what I wrote down here. So everybody in here has a job, right? And I just put $2,000 a month. You know, I know $2,000 a month right now isn't even livable at all, honestly. With inflation going on right now, it's not even livable at this point. But let's just say, you know, on average, just the United States average, I'm just for sakes of this training, let's just say in your income at your job, you're making 2K a month, right? So basically to be able to get out of your job and to be able to do this full time, you have to make this, right? You have to make this or more than that every single month. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying like, hey, over leverage on a trade and then hopefully, you know, like you risk a $2,000 account, you know, and hopefully, you know, you after that trade you get a $3,500 account. No, I'm not saying that. No, you have to compound your way there, and you have to get consistent profits. You have to get consistent profits. You know, it's a whole plan and everything there, right? So I'm gonna really show you basically on how you can leverage this company, right? I am, you know, God bless I am. I'm gonna show you how you can leverage this company, especially if you have an elite package, you know, and how you can leverage your elite package and really retire yourself, honestly, this year, because we're at the beginning of the year. So look, so first thing you do, as you see, I have passive. So passive is just the ranks, right? You got 150 a month, P150, P6, P1, P2, right? And then you got trading, right? You got Forex trading, and then you got HFX trading, right? So let's just say you're starting off your first month inside of this business. You know, you have to really realize before you join this business, you only have this, most of you, unless you have a business or other ventures, stuff like that. But most people, 95% of people that join this platform just have this. Within a couple months, you have this. So I really want you to realize this drastic change already, that you went from this to just these different types of incomes. And then literally within a year, you'll realize that even at my position right now, I probably have like 6 sources of income coming in, right? So look, so you're gonna have your job income, $2,000 a month, right? And then your first month, you're gonna go in, right? You're gonna smash P150, P6, you know, P1, you know. I see people do like P2000 a month, it's crazy. But then you got your Forex trading, you know. Where's my Forex traders at? Type of MT4 in the chat if you trade Forex. I want to see where my MT4 traders are at. I know my team's on here. You know, we up on Bitcoin right now. So let's just say, you know, your goal is to get $400 a month. And this is big. This is big because, and I'm gonna give you all a lesson real quick. This is something that my mentor told me real quick, because I know a lot of you in this call are, or even in HFX, you know, y'all deposit $50 or $100, and you know, y'all's goal is to take it to $1,000 this month, you know, but y'all never really think, hey, what if I started making consistent profits? You know, that's why Be Wealthy goes over like the compound plan and stuff like that. Compounding is so key. A lot of you have blown 5, 10, 20, 30 accounts just because you don't want to compound because you keep on trying to risk your whole entire account just to maybe flip it. Understand that the market does not have to go your favor. Trust me. It can mess you up over like time and time again, and it doesn't care. It has no feelings attached, but you do, right? So your goal should be to make, let's just say $400 a month. Break it down by the days, and then you're gonna see, oh my God, this is very, very doable, right? This is very, very doable. Then divide it, and you're gonna see how much you're gonna be risking, right? Very easy, right? So your first month, let's just say you're gonna be in this quadrant right here, right? So you're gonna be making $400 a month, $100 a month. Your trade just depends on how much you start with, right? And then you're gonna make it on HFX the same way. The way that Be Wealthy, the way that Be Wealthy be calling out these trades, honestly, is gonna be more over here. You know, she over here going 5-0. You know, completely disrespectful for these markets. So, you know, if you're on all her calls, you're gonna be pretty much over here. But no income claim. No, but
your goal is to transition more and more to this side. And you have to understand that it's literally like a ladder. This is literally like a ladder going up in this, right? So your first few months, you're gonna be around this realm. The key thing that you gotta do, you gotta be in this, is you gotta be consistent. Consistency is key. You know, when it comes to working out, consistency is key. When it comes to this, consistency is key, right? So make sure that you're doing it, right? And then the more and more that you move towards this end, and you have to realize that as your passive income grows, you have to also realize that your trading is also going to grow with it, right? The reason why I'm saying that, look at this, right? So I created this. So you have your job, you use your job to funnel in your income from your you use your job to pay your bills and stuff like that, and then you use your passive income, right? Because this is money that, you know, it's basically just coming in for free, right? You use your passive income to funnel into your HFX account, right? And then that HFX account, you go 5-0, right? Now you can withdraw and then slowly start withdrawing. Let's say, I don't know, you deposit, let's say you're a P6, right? And you deposit 400 bucks. 400 bucks, right? You go on Be Wealthy's calls, you turn those 400 into 800. Now you withdraw 400, you put that into your Forex account. Now you got 400 and 400, right? You keep on going with these two, right? Now you keep on growing these, right? And this is key. This is where a lot of people miss. This is why there's an elite package and a lot of people don't even understand. So you come over here and then you funnel it into investments, nodes, staking, right? And then this is where your money's gonna grow. I understand. Like I have a whole Gala node. So my Gala node, it costed me around 17 racks. 17 racks right now. Right now, if you try to buy one, I think it's for like $94,000, right? But if it wasn't for these two, right, which I mean, basically let go of that. But if it wasn't for this, right, and this, I wouldn't have been able to get that node. I got the node, and the node produces me $100 passively, $100 to $150 of Gala. And if y'all see Gala popped off these last 24 hours by 30%. Not even that, way more than that, actually. So it produces me around 100 to 150 of literally just Gala, right? And now I have that money just keep, like literally it's just keeping on growing, and then my portfolio is growing, right? And now I come back over here because eventually you're gonna let go of this, right? And then it's just gonna be like this. It's gonna be passive, HFX, FRX, investments, nodes, staking, right? Boom. Keep on funneling it, you know, and then you're gonna see as you grow later on, right? As you see, once you get to the P2000 range, right? You're gonna see, okay, now you're trading. If you've been consistently from here, it's gonna start to transition to $3,000 a month. You know, same with HFX and stuff like that. So you can imagine, then you can get to my rank, right? Where I'm at, let's just say $5,000 a month passive. So, you know, and you also got to realize too, is that at these ranks, from here on forward, there's bonuses, right? Especially then you get to the 10K a month, there's more bonuses. So you're actually not even just making that, you're making more than that. So now you come over here, right? And now you're gonna be making 7, right? You're gonna be making $7 a month, right? And then same thing here, right? Because as your passive income grows, so is your trading, right? But the thing is you gotta be plugged in, right? But hopefully that helped. Like I said, I just really wanted to go real quick, you know, but like all this transitions into what I said. Success isn't hope, it's a plan and a goal. Remember that. It's not hope, it's not a manifestation. You can't wake up and say, yes, I'm a 7-figure earner. You can say that, but you got to be working towards it every day. You can say that, but you better be on Be Wealthy's calls, you know, and you better be on them Go Lives with Mike Navarrete learning about Forex. But just real quick, I want to make sure that I gave y'all some value. You know, I try to make it short, but I try to make it still informative. So type I don't know, type of B for Be Wealthy if you got some value so far from this training in the first like 5 minutes. Cool. Awesome. So like I said, I don't want to waste more of y'all's time. I want to bring up the next speaker. I don't know if y'all know, but how I actually met her, I remember now, it was actually in the airport. It It was me, her, and then Kevin Navarrete. Kevin Navarrete is Mike Navarate's brother, and he's also a P2000. And we went to a P2 boot camp, and then we all kind of arrived at the same time. And I remember literally, we got an Uber, all three of us. We didn't even know each other, but we got an Uber, to Darwin Space, and that's kind of where we were knowing each other. And I literally, from our first engagement, she was already on calls. And literally, when we got to the boot camp, she was still on calls, helping some of y'all out. Some of y'all that are inside this call, she was probably helping you out. She was over here breaking down a compound plan for y'all. She was like, she probably did like 4 calls in a matter of 2 hours. So this is somebody that I know that she's giving her time and energy towards leveling others up, which you have to understand. Somebody that has the level of success that she has, she doesn't have to do that. But she's doing that out of the kindness of her heart, So I never label anybody out of the amount of success that they've been able to create for themselves, but the amount of success that they've been able to create for many people, and this is somebody that I know has duplicated very well. So with that being said, can everybody type in the emoji, the bees, the bee emoji for our very next speaker? I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Chairman 10, Be Wealthy. Let's get it.
Let's go. My God, let me get the camera on here. Make sure the lighting is good here. Let's go ahead and get this lighting fixed here. My guy, Junior, what's up, man? I appreciate that, guys. Can you guys see me? I'm not sure. The lighting is horrible. Man, can you guys see me? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? There we go. There we go. Are we good? Can we drop a 1 in the chat? Oh, you guys are good. You guys are good. Appreciate you, Junior. Drop a 1 in the chat, guys, if you can see and hear me. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight. Let me go ahead and get the host here. Appreciate you, Junior. Guys, he literally just gave us some saws, right, on how to pretty much, let me go ahead and add spotlight. He pretty much gave us some saws here, family, on how we can take advantage of multiple streams of income, right? Not just HFX, right? He talked about crypto. He talked about passive income. Family, that is why we are a part of I Am Mastery Academy, to establish multiple streams of income, right? If you're just trading, you're missing out on a whole nother bag. You're just catching the Gucci bag. You're not even catching the Louis yet, right? If you're just only doing HFX, you're missing out on the crypto bag. You're in the Lambo, but you're not in the Rolls Royce yet, okay? So family, I want you guys to really take this call and say, you know what? It's really time for me to get in my bag, right? Take this call and say, you know what? It's really time for me to get in my bag, right, guys? So again, I do want to pass it back to Junior. I appreciate you, brother, for setting this call up. I appreciate your servant leadership. Your squad is amazing, right? The culture that you guys have been able to establish in Powerhouse ATMs, man, you guys are amazing, right? I look up to the culture that you guys have. I'm going to be honest with you, right? I look up to that. That is something that I want to be able to establish for Impact Nation, right? So again, brother, I thank you for setting this call up, guys. And I hope you guys are ready to learn, right? We may take a few trades, right? Not going to guarantee, right? But I hope you guys are ready to learn. Get out of your feelings and get in your bag, right? I hope you guys are ready to learn, guys. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. What I'm going to be focused on today, guys, is I'm going to be focused on HFX, right? But I'm going to show you guys, right? Let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you guys pretty much the first step, right, is compounding. That is the very first step. Like Junior said, let me share my screen here. Like Junior said, this is not a gamble. This is not a, casino, right? This is not Las Vegas. This is not MGM, right, guys? We're not here to become a millionaire overnight, right? That's not how that works. That's not even relatable. Think about that. If you told someone you just joined I Am Mastery Academy, you hit $1 million overnight, no one can relate to that, right? You want to be relatable. And how to be relatable is staying consistent, right? Putting in hard work, right? Staying consistent and really mastering the skill set, right? So guys, we're going to talk about compounding first. Then I'm going to go over and we're going to break down the strategy, right? So what is compounding, guys? Everyone on this call should be using proper risk management, right? Proper risk management, right? So when this relates to HFX, I need everyone to write this down. You should never risk no more than 3% per trade. I need everyone to write that down. That's very important. You should never risk no more than 3% per trade. Okay? No more than 3%, guys, right? No more than 3% per trade. Okay? So for an example, let's actually look at this. So what does that mean? That means if I start my account with $250, the most I should risk is how much, guys? Look here. Someone drop it in the chat. How much should I risk? The first trade, if I start with $250, let me check the chat. It's the first number on the screen, $7.50. Guys, look right here, $7.50, right? So if I have $250 in my account, am I risking $50 on a HFX 3-minute trade? Yes or no? Am I risking $50 on a trade if I have only $250? Yes or no? No, no, right? No. When you learn how to use proper risk management, you'll be surprised the amount of money you can gross in your account. You would be surprised. No income claims, right, guys? You would be surprised, but it takes discipline, right? It takes consistency, right? So guys, everyone should write that down. You should not risk no more than 3% per trade. Now, you may say, well, okay, what is my goal per day? What is my goal per day? Now, some days you are going to see a little bit above this goal if you roll over. But guys, no more than 7%. That's your goal. 7% of your account every day, right? That's your goal. Once you're able to see 7% of your account, what do? You close the laptops. Literally. Turn off the cell phone. Literally. And you come back tomorrow to class. Let me repeat. Once you reach your percent goal, 7%, sometimes it may be 8% if you roll over, 9%, right? But once you reach your goal of 7%, someone let me know in the chat, what do? Close the laptops. Close the laptops. Walk away. Done for the day, right? Throw the phone out the window. No, Nick, we're not going to do that. Switch to demo. That's a good one. Elizabeth, very good. I like that too, right? Elizabeth said, hey, once I finish getting my percent, I'm still a student. I'm going to switch to the demo account now. Good discipline, Elizabeth. I like that. All right. Now, I'm going to go over this strategy, guys, and I want everyone to pay attention because I'm going to actually pick on 2 to 3 individuals to walk us through this strategy once we go over it. So I need everyone to pay attention, take notes. I guarantee, right? By the time I explain this strategy, right? Point by point, confirmation by confirmation, step by step, you will be able to call out a trade on your own if you're paying attention. So this is important. So I need everyone to write this down. First thing we do is we check the news. Everyone write this down. That's the first thing we do. We check the news, right? First thing we do is we check the news. We want to know what is going on in the world today. We want to know what is going on in the world today. So I need you guys to write this down. If there is a red flag, right? Red flag, you stay away. Everyone write that down. Take notes, guys, okay? If there is a red flag, you stay away. You stay away, right? You're disciplined. You stay away. Because red means danger, right? Danger. It could be a perfect setup, but the trade could go in the opposite way because there's something being affected, right? In that country that day, right? Also, if there is a gray flag, write that down. If there is a gray flag, right? If there is a gray flag, we stay away. We stay away, right? And normally if there's a gray flag, it will say all day. Maybe it's a bank holiday. We stay away, right, guys? We stay away. All right. Now that we know the first thing we do is we check the news, now let's dive into learning this strategy, right? So if you have Hourglass, I definitely challenge you to go ahead and get logged into your Hourglass. And we're going to go through this strategy together, right? We're going to go through this strategy together. So let me find a nice setup here, guys. Let me find a nice setup. Matter of fact, AUDJPY is setting up pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and refresh here. AUDJPY is definitely setting up pretty nice. All right, like I said, we may take a trade or two if we see a good setup, but mainly this is training, right? This is training. I know we all caught a bag today, but let's learn. Let's learn. So I need everyone to go over to AUDJPY. AUDJPY. Everyone follow along. Okay. And if we could write some notes in the chat to help some individuals, if you know this, you could help, with writing notes in the chat. That would be great. That would be great. Good job, Mr. George. Now, I need everyone to write this down. Confirmation number one. Confirmation number one is my alert panel, right? My alert panel. So write that down. Confirmation number one is alert panel. So when you're looking at your alert panel, you're deciding which currency is stronger, right? So I want everyone to look at AUDJPY. Everyone look at AUDJPY. Can someone tell me in the chat which one is stronger? Is it AUD or is it JPY? Who knows? It's not a trick question, I promise. AUD. AUD. So you guys told me that AUD was stronger. So I need you guys to write this down. When the first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. Everyone write that down. When the first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. Very important. When the first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. When the second currency is stronger, I'm looking for a down arrow. All right, I'm looking for a down arrow. There must just been a new, the alert panel just updated. Let me go ahead and find AUDJPY. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to find it again. There we go. It's getting ready to refresh here. New candle. Let's go ahead and refresh because it should be showing that up arrow now. All right, guys. So you did write that down. When the first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. When the second currency is stronger, I'm looking for a down arrow. All right. So can someone tell me on AUDJPY, this is not a trick question, am I looking for an up arrow, guys, or a down arrow? Am I looking for an up or a down? Who knows? Up, up. Wow. Anyone else? You guys are good. You guys are good at this. You guys are good. So if I'm looking for an up arrow, do I have an up arrow? Everyone look at the screen. Do I have an up arrow? Yes. Yes. That is point number two. That is point number two. Right? So far, point number one, confirmation number one is the alert panel. That's 1 point. Confirmation number two, ask yourself this question. This is literally confirmation number two. This is what I asked myself. Do I have the correct arrow? That's it. Do I have the correct arrow? That's all you're asking yourself. And if the answer is yes, you add another point. So far, guys, how many points do we have for AUDJPY? Do we have one or do we have two? Two. Two. I see some snipers on the call. You guys are killing it. Let's get some more twos in the chats. I want to make sure you guys are understanding this, right? Deuce, right? I like it. I want to make sure you guys are understanding this. Two. Because we have the right arrow. Now, confirmation number three. Wow, this is simple. You guys are gonna be snipers by the time this training is over. Shout out to Junior for setting this up, right? But I want you guys to ask yourself this question. What color is associated with an up arrow? What color is associated with an up arrow? Green. Green. So you guys are telling me green is associated with an up arrow. I need you guys to focus. All right, good deal. You guys are doing good, but focus. Listen to this. If green is associated with an up arrow, what color confirmations do you think I care about moving forward? Green or red? Green or red? Green. Green. Wow, you guys are killing this. You guys are killing. You guys are making me happy. I find joy in this. I just want you guys to know this, right? I find joy in teaching individuals and helping you guys learn. This really brings joy to my heart, right? It's like a kid at a candy store, right? So you guys told me we only care about green confirmations. So let's zoom in. Let's see what's going on, right? Now, do you guys see this green line right here where my cursor is on? Does everyone see that green line? You guys see it? Just want to make sure, yes, you guys see it, right? Let me check the chats. Yes, okay. Now, ask yourself this question. This is confirmation number 3. Did my candle, which is this candle, touch the green lines? Did it touch the green line? Yes. Yes. Yes, it did. That's point number 3. Wow. So far, we got 3 points, guys. We're doing good here. We got 3 points. We're doing pretty good, right? Right? We're doing pretty good. Does anyone have any questions so far on the first 3 points? Simple. Point number 1. We can write some notes in the chats too. Point number 1, the alert panel. Distinguish which currency is stronger. Point number 2, ask yourself this question. Do I have the correct arrow? Do I have the correct arrow? Right? Confirmation number 3. Is my candle going through the green line, or is it touching the green line? That's it. That's it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're good on the first 3 so far. I want to make sure we're good. If you understand the first 3, drop a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Appreciate you, Nick. I see the notes. We're good. We're good. All right. See, some people are excited. Good deal. Good deal. We're good. Right? We're good. Let's move on to confirmation number 4. Good job, guys. Confirmation number 4. Now, confirmation number 4, you told me, listen to this, focus up. You told me that all we cared about was green confirmations. Remember you guys told me that? So confirmation number 4, I'm going to actually zoom out to show you. Confirmation number 4, write this down. Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. What are my Bollinger Bands? Do you guys see these ziggly lines right here? You see those ziggly lines, the green ziggly lines, and you see the red ziggly lines? Those are called Bollinger Bands. Can someone tell me, am I concerned with the red Bollinger Bands or the green Bollinger Bands? Remember you told me we were looking for a green arrow, so what color confirmations? Green. I'm only concerned with the green Bollinger Bands. So I need you guys to look here. Let's go ahead and zoom in, right? The candle's kind of in the way. I can't confirm that hit. I can't confirm that hit. The candle's kind of in the way. Let me just kind of look. I can't confirm that hit. To me, it looks like it stopped there, and I'm going to show you guys why. I'm going to go ahead and get a tool over here, vertical line. I can confirm it stopped there. Wrong tool. Give me 1 second. I can confirm it stopped here, guys. I can't confirm it hit the bands, so I'm not going to say that. All right. But I want you guys to look here. I can't confirm it hit the bands, right? Can you guys let me know, did this red candle hit our green bands? Did it? Did it hit? Let me look at the chat. Let me look at my phone. I'm seeing the chat on my phone. Did it hit? Did this candle touch our green bands? Think about it. Let me check the chat. All right, we got one person that said yes. Let me go to the chat. Did this candle? Okay. Good. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. This red, this green arrow is in the way. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of in the way. But I'm not taking that as a confirmation because I can't confirm that. To me, it looks like it wicked right there and bounced back up. All right. It wicked right there. So it kind of didn't hit the base. It was very close. Right? The wick came close. Absolutely. The wick came close. I see my guy Fisher Bands is up here. So Fisher said, go to the 1 minute. Let's see that it really hit. Let's go to the 1 minute. No, it's, let me see. So if this was
It's
the 1
in the
minute.
Bollinger Band still on the 1 minute.
On the
Literally. That would have been solid.
That would have been 5 candles. Let's count back 5 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right there. Let's take it. I like that, Fish. Let's take it. Guys, you know Fisher Bands. Let's give it up for Fisher Bands. You see him on the calls with me every day. Drop some fire in the chat for my guy, Fisher Bands. Right, Fisher? We're going to go ahead and move this line down here. Okay. Respect, right? Respect. So we'll take that, Fish. We'll take that. Because we went to confirm on the 1 minute, guys. So we're going to take that. So we're going to ask this question again. It was very close, though. It was very close. We're going to ask this question again. Did this candle come down and wick our Bollinger Bands? Yes. 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 Right? So when you're in doubt, go to your 1 minute. When you are in doubt, go to your 1 minute, right? And see, did it hit? So count back 5 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Very good, guys. Very good. So can someone tell me how many confirmations, how many points do we have? We have the alert panel. We have the correct arrow. It touched the green lines and it wicked our bands. How many points is that, guys? Anyone knows? How many points? 4. 4. Good job, guys. 4. 4 points. 4 points. Now, what I want you guys to do, I'm going to actually draw a line because as you can see, this is a live trade and it is moving, right? So I'm going to actually draw a line. This is a live trade and it is moving. So I'm going to draw a line so you guys know that we're looking at this point. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and take it to the bottom. I need everyone to follow. Look down here. Take it to the bottom. Now we know the first 4 points. Now let's look at the next 2 points. Let's look at the next 2 points. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second.
Hope y'all taking notes and not in y'all feelings, man. I hope none of y'all are in y'all feelings, man. Sheesh.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Too much.
Too much sauce. Let's get it, family. Right? So we're going to go down, right? I need you guys to focus up, right? I need you guys to focus up because now we're going to the next 2 confirmations. Now, remember, you guys told me we were looking for an up arrow. You told me that we were only concerned with green confirmations. So I need you guys to look here. We're concerned with this green line, right? We're concerned with this green line. Now let's go actually look up here. It came here. I need you guys to really look at this and focus. It came here, all right, on that line and crossed up. But I need you guys to look here. We're looking at this point here. Now, on the previous candle, we got a cross up. What is a cross up? When our RSI as well as our stochastic, right? These lines are called RSI and stochastic, guys. These lines at the bottom. This is your RSI and this is your stochastic. All right. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and get everyone muted. So this is your RSI and this is your stochastic. The stochastic is a copycat, right? So let's say, for an example, you have a little brother. Your little brother tries to do everything that you do because you're the big brother. Or if you got a little sister, she tries to copy everything you do. Think about the stochastic as like your little brother or little sister. All right, the RSI is the big brother, big sister. All right, so this is our RSI. All right, so guys, we're looking for a cross up. We're looking for this line, follow my cursor, this line to go below the green and cross up. Let's do it again. We're looking for this line to go below the green, cross up. Do we have a cross up? Do we have a cross up? Let me see it in the chat. Do we have a cross up? Yes. Yes. Wow. We have a cross up. Wow. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing. This was a good trade. I think Fisher said, if you're educated, you took it. Yeah, this was a good trade. That's why I chose it. And we may call out a trade or here, guys. Don't worry. So now, how many points? Can someone tell me how many points we have? Who knows? Not a trick question. How many points? 5, 5, 5. Wow. Wow. Family, honestly, if it's a 5-point trade, I'll take it. Just gonna be honest, I'll take a 5-point trade. 5-point trade is a good trade. A 6-point trade is a great trade. And a 7-point trade is an amazing trade. Okay. Now let's go down here and look at our next confirmation. Wow. Just look here. It literally crossed down right on that candle and crossed up. Guys, did the stochastic do the same thing? Did it go below, right, the green and cross up? Yes. 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 Right? This is a 5-minute candle. So we would have literally been out of the trade right here. We would have gotten out right there. No rollover needed. So far, that's 6 points. That's a 6-point trade, right? So you may say, okay, where's the extra point, right, guys? Do you see this B right here, this green B, right? You're gonna see a red S as well. We didn't really see it on that candle that we were on. So that is a 6-point trade. Now, I want you guys to look at this. You see here that our price is below the EMA. Remember, if the first currency is stronger, you're looking for an up arrow. So if I'm looking for an up arrow, do you think that I want to see this candle above this black EMA line? I'm going to move this line out the way. I'm going to move these lines out the way so I don't confuse you guys. Remember, if I'm looking for an up arrow, think with me here, guys. Think with me. If I'm looking for an up arrow, right? Do you believe I want to see this candle above the black line or below the black line? Above or below? This is not a trick question. Think about it, guys. You're looking for an up arrow. Above. Above. But is this candle above? No. No, it's actually below. Okay? You want to pay attention to the direction of the EMA. That is very important. Very important. Okay? So we're going to go through this one more time, right? We're going to go through this one more time, right? And I'm going to go ahead and move these lines out the way so that no one is confused. All right? It's actually setting up for a re-entry, looks like. But we're going to go through this one more time. All right, one more time. I don't see a cross up down here just yet. It just crossed up on this candle, which is good. So guys, let's go back. Point number 1, alert panel. We can drop some notes in the chat, right? I know a lot of people are still learning. Point number 1, alert panel. All right, when you're looking at the alert panel, what are you asking yourself? Which currency is stronger? It's that simple. Guys, it's literally that simple. If you write down all the questions that I say, I promise, right? After practice, you're going to get this. We're talking within less than a week time span, right? So point number 1, alert panel. So when I'm looking at the alert panel, what am I asking myself? Which currency is stronger? That's it. Family, which currency is stronger between AUD and JPY? Which is stronger? AUD. AUD. AUD, right? Point number 2. If I'm looking, if my first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. If my second currency is stronger, I'm looking for a down arrow. Family, are we looking for an up or down arrow? Up or down arrow? Look at your alert panel. Up, 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 up. Good job, guys. Up, 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 up. Good job. You guys are doing amazing. Now, can someone tell me what color? We're getting a little tricky here. What color is associated? Cardi B said up. I like it. What color is associated with an up arrow? Who knows? Green. Green. So I'm only looking for green confirmations moving forward, guys. Right, I'm going to go ahead and delete that line. Forgot that line was still there. So I want you guys to look here, our current candle, right here, the blue candle. Did it touch our green support line? Yes or no? Did our blue candle touch our green support line? Yes or no, family? Yes or no, family? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. That is point number 3. Point number 3. Right now, we're going to look a little closer here because as we can see, it didn't quite touch here. Right? But guys, look, did this candle, the current candle, we're looking at the current candle, right? That's our, I'm going to draw a line so you can see where our bands start. This is where our bands start right here, right? This is where our bands start. I'm going to color that in like black and make that bold. Now I need you guys to look. Did this candle, the current candle, hit our bands, guys? Did this candle hit the bands? Meaning you would see no white gap right here. No white space. Did it hit? No. 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 All right. So far, we're at 3 points. All right. 3 points. Now, because it didn't hit our bands, but I need you guys to go down here. Now we're going to draw a line, right? We like to draw lines, right? You might notice that on my calls. I like to draw lines. Now I need you guys to look down here. Now, look here, guys. Did we get a cross up? I'm going to actually make that like a line. There we go. Guys, look here. Did we get a cross up right here, though, guys? No. We did at the previous candle, meaning what would have been the best time to get in? It already shot up, guys. What would have been the best time to get in? Right there. You see it? Right there. So we would have got in right there. OMG, we would have been in heavy profits. You see that thing just went to the moon? You see it? Right? We would have got in right there. Even right here, when we got that confirmation, we could have got in right there and been in heavy profits. Okay? Good deal, guys. So we don't get a point. Does everyone agree? We don't get a point for the current candle, for the cross up. Okay? Right? The best entry was 1, 2, 3, 4 candles ago. Okay? The best entry was here. That was the best entry right there. Okay? Now let's look down here, guys. Again, stochastic. Did this line come below the green, guys, and cross up? Did it? Did this line go below the green and cross up? No, 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 guys. No, no, it didn't. Right? What did I say? The best entry was right here, right? On the previous candle, stochastic could have waited maybe 3 minutes and got in right there and still would have been in crazy profits, right? Now, I want you guys to see here on this candle, we do have a green B on the previous candle, but we don't have it here. But I want you guys to look here. Our EMA, is this candle above or below our EMA? This may be a trick question for some. It's in the middle. It's going in an upward trend. It's not quite above or below yet. But look at the next candle. The next candle is above, right? It's above, right? So I'm going to actually pick on some volunteers. I want some individuals that may be their first time looking at this. I want you to raise your hand, right? I want you to raise your hand. And I want to, I'm going to walk you through it. All right. Christian, let's get it. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, Christian. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually find a nice setup. And I'm going to get you to walk us through it. And after you walk us through it, I'm going to show you guys how we identify the numbers to get in. I know that may be a question too. You may say, okay, I get the points, but how do I know the number? Right? We're going to show you. So don't worry. Don't worry. So let me find a good setup, Christian, and then we're going to get you to teach the class. We're going to get you to walk us through it. Okay. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it, Christian. So let me find a good one.
I heard it wrong. Sorry, I'm brand new.
No, that's even better. That's even better. Okay, so it's okay. Christian, I need you to go ahead and look at EUR USD. Everyone pay attention. All right, everyone pay attention. Christian, I need you to look at EUR USD. Do you see EUR USD?
I'm not even on HFX. I'm just on the call, taking
It's
notes,
okay.
getting ready for it.
Can you see my screen though?
No, I don't even. This Hourglass on DCX Academy?
No, it is not. It's an add-on for like 20 bucks. Can you see my screen? Is my screen shared, guys? Can you
Yeah, I
guys
can
see my?
see it.
Oh, okay. Okay. You can see it.
Yes.
Very good. Now, what I need you to do, Christian, I need you to look at my screen. And I need you to tell me. Go to EURUSD. Follow my cursor. Do you see EURUSD highlighted on the alert panel? Do you see that, Christian?
Yes.
Very good. Christian, which currency is stronger? Is it EUR or is it USD?
USD.
So, Christian, tell me, if USD is stronger, the next question you got to ask yourself is, if the first currency is stronger, I'm looking for an up arrow. If the second currency is stronger, I'm looking for a down arrow. Christian, am I looking for an up or a down arrow?
A down arrow.
Very good. Christian, do I have a down arrow?
No.
No, no. Now, Christian, what color is associated with a down arrow?
Red.
Red. Now, what I want you to look at here, they literally created new resistance. We also have our previous resistance up here, but I need you to look at these red lines. Did this candle, we're looking at our current candle, Christian, did this candle touch the green resistance line? Yes or no?
Wait. No.
No. No. So how many points? Just 1 point so far, right? Let me go ahead and delete that line. I was going to go ahead and show you that. All right. So it did not touch, but I want you to ask this question. You told me that we're concerned with the down arrow, which is a red arrow. Christian, did this candle, we're looking at this candle because it is a moving trade. You guys know that it is moving. Did this candle, we started here, did this candle, Christian, touch our red bands? Did it come up here and touch the red bands up here?
No.
No, buddy. Wow, you're killing it, Christian. Now, next confirmation. Christian, look here. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Give me 1 second. Next confirmation is stochastic and resistance. Stochastic and resistance. Now, I'm sorry, stochastic and RSI. Stochastic and RSI. Now, look here. I'm going to draw a line here just so that you know what we're looking at. I'm going to make sure that is in black. I'm going to put that in a bold. I need everyone to pay attention. I'm going to call on one other student. All right. Now, look here, Christian. Now, we did get a cross down on the previous candle. All right. We did get a cross down, Christian, on the previous candle. However, I need you to look at the current candle here. As you can see, the RSI is actually working its way back up, which means we may get another cross down. Okay. It's working its way back up. What did I say? It's going to the moon. Now, Christian, what goes up must come what?
Down.
So let me ask you this, Christian. We are getting set up here. Did this line go above the red?
Yes.
But did it cross down yet?
No.
Not yet. It's setting up, right?
Yes.
It's setting up. Good job, Christian. Now, again, last confirmation. Let's look down here. Now, Christian, did this line even make it to the red yet?
No.
No, right? So it's not ready. Now, so far, it looks like we only have 1 point. Now, how do we get our second point? Christian, look here. Do you see our EMA? Do you see this black line?
Yes.
Is price, this is our price. Is it below or above the black line?
Below.
Below. You told me we're looking for a down arrow. So we want price below or above the black line?
Below.
Below. And we do have it below. That is an additional point. Right? Good job. Guys, drop some fire in the chat for Christian. You did good, man. Congratulations, Christian. You did good. Absolutely. Guys, this was his first time trying this. Let's drop some fire. Right? Let's celebrate, guys. Thank you, Christian. Let's celebrate him, guys, right? Let's celebrate him, right? Very good, very good. We're gonna call on one more person. And I'm gonna actually find a new setup. So if you would like to volunteer, I want you to go ahead and unmute yourself. It's fine. We're all family. So if you would like to, all right, we got a volunteer. I love it. Let's see who that is. Nick. Very good, Nick. Very good, buddy. So let me try to find a good one for you, Nick. Try to find a nice 5 point. And then I'm going to show you what number, how we identify our number. Okay. Now let me try to look for one, Nick. Let me see, is this USDJPY? What's the number? It's 94 and 26. It does need to refresh. We're going to get an up arrow in the next 60 seconds on that. But let's see if we can find one that's ready now, because I want to show you how we're going to identify. Now, as you can see, CAD, let me see, as you can see here, AUDCHF is definitely setting up. I believe that that arrow is going to change within the next 45 seconds, because we are seeing that AUD, we are seeing it touch the green line. I mean, we're seeing it. We are seeing this thing go down here. Hasn't quite went down. So it is setting up. Guys, let's try to just find a good one, a perfect one, so we can identify the number. All right, this is very important, guys. So everyone pay attention. All right. If we can't find a perfect one, it's fine. You can walk us through why we wouldn't take that trip. So either way, we're still learning. All right. So let's go and see if we can find a good one here. All right. And another thing, guys, I need you guys to pay attention to this. Look here. Do you see EURCAD? Do you see how close that currency is? It just went away. But let's just look here. It's moving, it's moving, it's moving. Look at EURCAD. Do you guys see how close that currency is? It's 1 point apart. We would not even consider that. If the currency is not at least 10 points apiece, we don't take it. Put that in your notes. If the alert panel is not showing at least 10 points apiece, we don't take it. Okay, we don't take it. All right. So guys, would we take EURCAD just by looking at the alert panel? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no, fam? No. 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 Miguel said GJ. All right, let's look at GJ Miguel. No, we wouldn't take it. Very good. Yeah, definitely didn't give me the cross downs here. And it's okay. We may just get him to walk us through one. If we can't find a perfect setup right now, we'll just get him to walk us through why we wouldn't take a trade. Because either way, you're still learning. So I think we're gonna have to do that, okay, buddy? I know you wanted to get a good perfect one here, but I don't see one that's worth even taking right now. Let's look at this NZD USD. Price is 70 and 54. Again, that has to go down. I know I got a few snipers on clear in 1 minute. Miguel's over there trading, man. I love it. I love it, Miguel. Okay. So we're gonna just go to one, and I'm gonna just get you to walk us through it. And you let us know. Let's go to AUDCHF. All right, AUDCHF. I think I got Nick on the call. Nick, what's up, buddy? Go ahead and unmute yourself, man, and walk us through it, Nick. Starting with the alert panel.
Can you hear me?
Yep, take it away.
Okay, we got the first number is bigger than the bottom. So that's probably an up arrow. I see an up arrow, so that's 1, 2. And then let's see. It did not go down.
It didn't. You see it's a gap. Look at that arrow. You see underneath the arrow is a gap. It didn't touch.
Yeah.
Good job.
So that would not be a point, so we can cross that out. We got the Bollinger Band. It's green, so but it hasn't reached down at a, but yeah. So far we got two.
So Nick, like you said, we do have green Bollinger Bands, which you know you're looking for green, but did this candle come down and touch the green bands?
No.
Good job, Nick. Now let's go down here. Now we're gonna go ahead and keep our cursor there, Nick. Now talk to us about the stochastic and RSI. Has it came below the green yet and came up?
It has not went down there yet. So
Good job, Nick.
you can't
Good
take it
job.
yet.
Good job, Nick. What about here? Did it go down, Nick, and cross up?
No.
Good job, Nick. Good job, man. Good job. Now, Nick, look at my EMA. Is price above the EMA?
Yes.
Good job, Nick. Good job, man. You're a beast. Now, if we were to take this trade, family, right? Meaning this was a perfect setup. As we know, this is not a perfect setup, right? We only have 2 to 3 confirmations. We know this is not a perfect setup. But if we were to take this, I need everyone to pay attention. We would use our support line to identify the number. Does anyone know why we're using the green support line and not the red resistance line? Anyone know? Anyone?
Because it's an up arrow?
There you go. There you go. And what color is associated with an up arrow?
Green.
Green. Green. I love it, family. Now, look here, guys. Now, this is very important. So as you see, I drew that black line. I'm going to actually make that black line green as our resistance. Now, guys, look here. If the candle came below our resistance, this is what the next point you would use for confirmation. I'm going to put that in purple. It would be confirmation number 4. So let's say, for an example, this candle came below the green, right, and came to our Bollinger Bands. Look here, guys. I need everyone to look at our Bollinger Bands, this purple line. Look at the price. Go to the far right. What are the last 3 numbers? What are the last 3 numbers? You guys can unmute. This is interactive. Unmute, guys.
868.
There you go. 868. All right. 868. Now let's say, for an example, price came, and I want you guys to unmute. I want you guys to interact. Okay, interact. We're family. Now let's say, for an example, price came below our support. What is our support? Go to the far right. What is the support last 3 numbers?
889.
889, baby. There you go. There you go. But let's say price came below 889. Would you still call it 889 for a call?
No.
No. What would you look for? You would look for the next point of confirmation, which would be what?
869.
869.
Exactly. 869. That is our what, guys? What is this called? The green lines. What is this called?
Bollinger Bands.
Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. But see, of course, guys, in this instance, it didn't come to nowhere near the Bollinger Bands, right? So, guys, we would have literally taken that at what point? Look at the last 3 numbers. What number would we have gotten in at, guys?
889.
Around 889, 887.
Yep. 887. Now, we would have taken it for 887 and below, green button. Can someone tell me what we have been in profit? What is price right now? What is
Price
price?
right now is 905.
905, baby.
Nice.
Now, if we would have taken the 888 and below, would we have been in profit right now?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Sure.
money.
Please.
That's
You
money.
guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. You guys are making me proud. I want to go ahead and just open the floor for questions. I think you guys got this. If you want me to go over one more, I will. But I want to open the floor for questions. Do we have any questions? Do I need to go over? Yes, we do. Go ahead, take it away. Who was that?
So,
Nick?
My
who
name's
was that?
Krista.
Hey, Krista, how's it going? Queen, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So my question is, now that we have all the confirmations, what time frame should we choose? Because I know it can go, and you can pick any time frame, but I know HFX is designed for 3 to 5 minutes. How do you determine which one is 3 and which one's 5?
Honest? Well, no, we don't take 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, no 5 minutes, Queen.
Okay.
So the reason we're using the 5-minute chart is because we want to see what's happening before the 3 minutes and after the 3 minutes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. But we don't take 5 minutes. But me personally, based on the hourglass strategy is a 3-minute strategy.
Okay.
It's a 3-minute strategy.
Got it.
Right? So based on, if you're using hourglass, this is a 3-minute strategy. Now, as you become a sniper, right? You will be able to use the same strategy on the 1 minute.
Mhm.
Meaning now you can make hundreds in 1 minute. Okay.
That's-
But that takes practice.
Mhm.
So the first thing I would say is master the 3 minute. Master it. You master that 3 minute, you'll be ready to start taking 1 minute bandits. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Queen. We're going to go ahead and open the floor for a few more questions, guys. Go ahead and ask away, fam. What questions do you have?
I had a question.
Absolutely.
How can you tell when to get in? Like, how do you tell the number?
Great question. So remember, we just went over that, right? So we determine when to get in is we look at our support or resistance. So if we're looking for a call, are we looking at the green line as a confirmation to get in or the red line?
Green line.
Green.
Green.
So let's zoom in. I'm going to show you guys. Let's zoom in. Let's do this again. If we would have got here right here on this wick, do you see this candle right here? Do you see this wick that it came down and hit our green line? Nick, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Nick, what would have been that number? Look to the far right. What's the last 3 numbers?
0.65. Oh, eight, no,
Last three-
889.
Last 3, Nick. Very good. Now, you told me that the resistance, the support line was 889. Did the candle come down and hit 889?
No. Or
Look
yes.
again. It wicked. That's a wick. You see that
Okay.
thin line? That's a wick. So
Yes.
did it come down and hit the 889, Nick?
Yes.
Very good. Now, I would have gotten in at the 889. Nick, what is the current price right now?
Let me see. It's at 908. No, 9.
Wait.
Yeah.
So Nick, if I would have gotten in at 889 and below for a call, would I have been in profit? Would I have cleared that trade?
Yes.
Very good. So when we say don't rush it, meaning don't chase a trade. Let's say for an example, right? The previous candle wicked at the support, right? But the next candle is already above support. That's called chasing. We're not chasing this trade. We're going to look for another setup. Meaning, if it already touches my support line and starts working its way up, it's gone. We don't chase this. We don't force it. Does that make sense, Nick?
Yes. Thank
We
you.
look for, absolutely, we look for another setup that is setting up on that support line. I want to go ahead and take a few more questions, guys. Any other questions? Good job, Nick.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? One more question. Come on, one more, guys. I know we got one more. Anyone? All right. Anyone, guys? Don't be shy. We're family. We got Jose. Jose, you got a question? Okay. Anyone, guys? One more question. You can unmute yourself. I'm not looking at the chat right now currently, so I can't see if there's any questions in the chat. But guys, you want to unmute? If you have a question, you're welcome to unmute. Okay. 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 So I'm assuming, guys, drop a 7 in the chat if you got some value today. If you feel more comfortable now and you say, hey, I can do this, drop a 7 in the chat. If you feel like you really learned this strategy tonight, and no bluffing, let's be real. If you feel like you really learned this strategy, drop a 7 in the chat. That is amazing. I see a lot of 7s. That is amazing. That is amazing. Well, that is what this call was for, right? We've been up here for almost an hour and a half. So I am going to end it. I do want to thank you guys for definitely joining the call today. I want to thank my guy, Junior, for setting this call up. This was an amazing call, Junior. Let's definitely do it again. And I see my guy, Junior, is very knowledgeable in crypto, right?
Let's go.
So, Junior, I see you're very knowledgeable in crypto. So what I'm going to do, we're going to set up a call, man, with this team, and we're going to get you to come on and give some crypto sauce, right? So, guys, if you want to see Junior come in and get some crypto sauce, drop a fire in the chat, because this guy is very knowledgeable in crypto, right? He's very knowledgeable in crypto. So this will not be the last time you see this, guys. Me and Junior are going to start working together very closely. I'm helping our teams with the HFX and crypto side, and I'm excited for what's getting ready to happen. So again, I appreciate you guys. If you don't know, tomorrow, very important before you leave, guys, tomorrow, we're having a legendary call. Go Live educator, Millie Mills herself, right? We will be collabing with her tomorrow, guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Do not miss that call. Have your broker account funded up. Yes. Have your HFX broker account funded up. I'm excited. Go Live educator Millie Mills will be dropping sauce, right? We will be taking a look at some setups as well, right? And you never know what to expect, right? When you have the GOAT HFX, bye-bye Charlie, there you go. When you have the GOAT of HFX and the queen of HFX, you never know what to expect, right? So I'm excited. Green Bubbles, right? Green Bubbles. I'm excited. Again, thank you, Junior, right? Shout out to Powerhouse. I appreciate you guys, right? Impact Nation, Wealthy Everything. I appreciate you guys. Have a great and wonderful night. And I will see you guys on that call tomorrow with Go Live educator Millie Mills, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big. I believe that it's my season. That it's my season. You ought to declare that over your own life. Say, I believe. I believe that it's my time. That it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. And I can feel it. I can feel it. Say breakthroughs in the room. Breakthroughs in the room. It's yours if you want it. Anticipating. God's getting ready to move. God's getting ready to move. Listen, you ought to declare this over your own life. Say it. For I know God, he's working a miracle just for me. Just for me. And it's gonna be. But I'm excited about my future. Why? It's gonna be big, yeah. And it's gonna be big. I'm running into destiny, shouting into my promise. Why? God's gonna open the windows of heaven. Pour me out a blessing. I won't have room. Won't be room to contain it. Can't even try to explain it. But it's gonna be big. God is gonna blow your mind. Lord, let it be. Hey. My future is big. My destiny's big. My blessing is big. My promise is big. The new job will be big. My future is big. Lord, let it be big. And it's gonna be. Hey, God is about to blow your mind. About to blow your mind. God is about to blow my mind. God bless you. It's gonna be